I guess if your Gmail account is important, I'm sure you can call up Google and complain and they'll do something about it. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a minor thing.
So, what else have we got? Pictures. Now, Google's gone and dealt with pictures in a different way than Facebook. Basically what it's done is, as far as I understand, maybe you guys can correct me on this, but when you have a picture, when you upload a picture, it uploads it to the site and it is not made public initially, only you can see it. It's the same for your mobile phone. It will automatically upload the picture that you've taken to a server. Now then you can then edit the photo. I've not actually used the edit feature yet. I need to go see my own photos. I don't know where they are. We'll come to that in a minute. You can edit your own photo. You can tag it. You can decide you want to keep it just for yourself, or you can choose which groups you want to show it to. So, for example, these are photos from my circles. Photos from my phone. None there at the moment. If I go to my albums, I love this little feature where you hover over the album and it comes up like postcards of different pictures, which is cool. So if I go to photos from posts, I also quite like how they zoom out at you. It just feels snazzy. I don't know how well that would work if you don't have Flash, or if it would work at all.
What I'm noticing at the moment is you can +1 albums, but you can't +1 images, certain images.
Ah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, we're going to come to +1, but now you've mentioned it. +1 is Google's like. Basically, you +1 something and it's like liking it. So, I can't see it on the albums. Am I being stupid?
It doesn't seem to be there either. It's on the, on your posts page. You can +1 things there, that you can +1 post, but you can't post one +1. Nah, that's what it is. You can only +1 posts, you can't +1 albums or pictures.
There you go. There's Ian's gigantic Kindle. +1 this post, so you +1 this. It's just that's essentially what it is. But it's got a different feature which I'll show you soon. But anyway, back to pictures. So if I go into my 21st birthday album, I can see all the pictures here. I can tag them, for example, there's one of me and Stu, so let's pick up the faces automatically. Let's put me in there, and let's put Stu in there. There you go, tagged. Add a caption. Oh, done. I can't find that. I can't remember where that edit thing is. Do you guys remember what it is?
I didn't know there was an edit thing until you said it there. That's pretty cool.
Yes, you can edit. I think it's when you upload a picture, sorry. Also, I can go to the top here and I can choose who I want to see this at the moment, for some bizarre reason. It's friends, acquaintances, family, and Stuart. I guess it's because I tagged you, Stuart, that automatically puts you in there.
Yeah.
So, if I don't want my family to see it because it's got naked pictures in it, fine. If I don't want friends to see it because I don't like them anymore, acquaintances because they're not good enough or whatever, it's quite cool. We've also got the profile page, which I like a lot. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I just think it's a big improvement on the whole, especially about the about page and stuff. A big improvement on other sites, not just Facebook, but other sites in general. I'm not so sure about streaming everything. Stream pages are always still a bit messy, aren't they?
I quite like the links that you can put on the side. You know, it takes your icons and everything over. It just looks so much neater.
It looks very tidy, yeah. So if I go to the about page, it's got things like bragging rights, which I think is quite cool. You can put things you're proud of. So I put exposurecontrol.com in there. Occupation, employment, all the usual stuff. One of the things I was talking to Ian about earlier I really like is the links thing on the side of the page. Used to be able to see this is going to edit profile and then click on links. Basically, put any link that's associated with you in this section. So you can put, I have the Exposure Control blog, the RSS feed, YouTube channel, and 2 Twitter accounts and my Facebook account, which is slightly ironic, but so it's a great way of connecting people with other things you're on, essentially. I don't think anything else has done that properly. Facebook doesn't do it the same way. I know you can link your Twitter account to your Facebook account, but it's always everything you post on one that comes up on the other.
Which is just useless.
Exactly.
I mean, the people you have on Facebook aren't necessarily the people you want to see your tweets either.
And also, you don't want to put the same things on all the time either, so... what else have we got? Photos, videos, self-explanatory. +1s, this is what we were talking about earlier. And the +1 section on your profile page is a bit different. I have one +1, which is it's a YouTube video entitled "Lara plays the Game of Thrones theme on piano and violin." Now, I don't remember doing it, but I must have +1'd a video, of which I think is some person playing.
So that integrates with YouTube pretty well already. I mean, YouTube is Google, but...
Yeah, it's some blonde girl playing violin and piano. So basically...
I mean, that sounds right up your street.
It is, actually. So yeah, basically, the +1s are... I think there's 2 different types, although they're the same thing, there's also different. You can +1 a post, but I don't think it'll appear in that +1 section. On websites, you can have you can get a Facebook like on a website. You also get a +1. So if you click the +1 on a website, it'll appear in this section. So I've done a +1 on a video, which is YouTube, which is connected to Google, but it's not Google. So it's just come up as a website I've liked. I was telling Ian earlier, I was reading on Reddit. People were saying that a lot of let's just be blunt. A lot of porn sites have put +1 links on their websites. And we were thinking, who clicks those? Who adds a porn website to their +1 section? I don't know.
As soon as you see somebody +1ing Debbie Does Dallas, then you know somebody else has got control of their account.
Exactly. It's a grape instead of a frape. I don't know. So what else have we got? Sparks. Sparks I've not looked much at, but it's quite cool. Sparks is basically things you're interested. You can find things you're interested in adding to your feed. Google's trying to make the feed like a crucial thing for you, where you get all your news as well and everything. That's what it seems to be anyway. So here we got. I've already added sports cars because I'm cool like that. So you can see all the latest news from sports cars. You can also give me something to search for.
Formula 1.
Formula 1.
Needless to say, I'm already
It still admits that at heart of Formula 1 trial. Admits payment at heart of Formula 1 trial.
Oh yeah. That crooked little Yoda.
Controversial. So yeah, so I can share that with everyone else and everything. I don't know, we were talking about this earlier, it must be using Google to search. There's the search engine. It makes sense.
Well, I wouldn't see why else they would use anything else. They might use a...
Bing.
Well, obviously, but I think they'd probably be using some sort of refined Google engine.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he's looking for news as well, or topics, not just Bob's site on Formula 1, is it? So, sorry, Bob, I didn't mean to.
Bob has an excellent site on Formula 1.
So
we're going to get Bob writing in his
it's very angry letter. Lots more pictures are tagged. There you go. My post was +1. There you go. That's cool. The suggestions thing seems a bit odd. Ian was saying that every single person who's ever emailed is on that or something.
Yeah, it's all my lecturers and everything that I've ever sent. It wants me to add them into circles. which would be fine, which is kind of the whole point of circles. You know, you can put them in a circle and kind of forget about them. They don't find out about your drunken antics. But if I put them in a circle now, then it's going to email them to tell them I want them on Google+, which I don't.
Well, for example, there's Felicia Day there. I don't know if you remember Felicia Day, Stu.
I do.
I just had to add her earlier. I'll put her in my following section. There you go, she's added, and she'll get a message saying I've added her, but she won't know what section she's in. So, but I don't see anybody else in this list that I know. No. So the thing is, you can really get... The only thing with Google Plus is it seems easier to find random people now than it was in Facebook. Because I know you could just type in Facebook, but this seems like... Because you get people that are connected with other people and right in front of you, you don't have to look so hard for them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And a kind of unrelated topic, this is, of course, still in beta stage, which, you know, Google, it doesn't really mean much. I think Gmail is technically still in beta, or maybe taken out recently, but it was in for like 13 years or something. So if you look at the bottom right-hand side, just in the corner there's a little button called Send Feedback.
Yep.
And the way they do this is kind of clever. You might want to do this for the video. If you're listening on to the audio podcast, then you'll just have to play along at home. But if you click Send Feedback, it does this little thing. It's analysing the page, and it'll bring you up this box in a second, and it's got this option to highlight exactly what it is you have a problem with, and then you obviously black out personal details, and you do sort of almost photo editing on your page. So, and then you can write a little description of what you think the problem is. So it really looks like they're taking user feedback seriously. It looks like they really want that something to go on from the community to figure out how they can improve it, which I thought was pretty impressive.
That's quite cool. That is really cool.
It's a neat little system of receiving feedback.
It's very... No, I think it's the best system because it's sometimes hard to describe what you're talking about. Yeah,
and you kind of just show it in a screenshot without really putting any effort in.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good, actually.
I mean, Google's really pushed the boat for this one. We were talking about, the other two were Buzz and I keep forgetting the name of the other one.
Wave. Something like that.
Which Buzz did slightly better, I think, but they're both kind of flops.
I think the fact that we can't remember the name of it speaks volumes.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, we'll have to see how well this does, I'm not sure. The other thing we were going to talk about briefly was the mobile apps, which unfortunately can't show you on the screen. But, basically, we talked about, what was it? No, it was episode 4, I'm pretty sure. We were talking about Apple hadn't passed through Google's Google Plus app yet on the App Store. So it's gone through now, and I have my Google Plus app, and it's nice. Ian's been using it longer than me, and I think he agrees.
Yeah, I've got the Android version, and from what I've heard, they're both remarkably similar. Sometimes between Android and iPhone, you get a few differences. But yeah, this app is so slick, and it works so well on the touchscreen.
And this was key for Google Plus, because if they didn't get this particularly the iPhone one, because obviously Android's there, so it's fine. If they didn't get the Android one, it was going to be a big issue, I think, for them. Not the Android one, sorry, the Apple one. There we go.
So that's
notification.
Actually the app telling me that Paul has +1'd my post.
There we go. But yeah, it was crucial for them to get the Apple one because that's a lot of users to be alienating otherwise. The one feature the application has that the browser doesn't is the huddle feature, which we were thinking is actually very similar to the Hangout feature, I guess.
Yeah.
Basically, Ian and I are huddling. And it doesn't make sense. I'm looking at the huddle thing now, and it says Ian, Paul, Paul, Paul. So I've been added to it 3 times.
Yeah, I think because I invited you more than once in a rush to get it through. It seems to have put you in every single time I've invited you.